From WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News at 11.
Our heart goes out to all the families that are trying to put things back together, and certainly for those who have been injured and those who have died.
Resilience in the Miami Valley recognized on the state level as we check in on tornado recovery efforts and how you can help.
And many homes and businesses in Russell's Point destroyed. We're going to look into a group that is working to help rebuild homes and rebuild hope in that community. And welcome to 2 News at 11. The National Weather Service has now confirmed 4 tornadoes in the Miami Valley so far. Logan County was hit hard by an EF3 tornado last night, and Sheriff Randall Dodd says the search and rescue operation is over and everyone has been accounted for. He did confirm that 3 people were killed in that storm. The National Weather Service is also confirming 2 EF1 tornadoes in Mercer County, one in the far western part of the county, the other crossing from Mercer into Auglaize County. Just a couple of hours ago, the National Weather Service also confirmed an EF2 tornado traveled through Darke County into Miami County and is believed to have originated in Randolph County, Indiana.
The problem is there's so many mobile home parks in our area, and obviously when you're in a big tornado like this, the mobile homes just get destroyed. And that's the big issue right now, is trying to get through the mobile homes because they're so smashed and debris everywhere.
As Logan County continues the cleanup, the county EMA is beginning its damage assessment and communicating with the state to determine if there will be any emergency declarations. Well, the director of the Ohio Emergency Management Agency says that process could take some time, in part because officials have to talk to homeowners. Many of whom are staying in temporary housing now because their houses are gone or severely damaged. But the message from residents, business owners, and officials today was that they will rebuild. 2 News reporter Grace Hewitt continues our team coverage with the recovery groups on the ground lending a helping hand.
Russell's Point was hit hard by tornadoes, and despite the damage, the community resilience has not stopped. Multiple recovery and restoration organizations helping residents figure out their next steps. I spoke with one group that told me helping people is what they do, especially in times like this.
It's more than just rebuilding somebody's homes. It's rebuilding their lives.
RAM Restoration focuses on putting the building blocks back in order to form that foundation. The tornado left some homes reduced to rubble, roads filled with fallen trees, and even personal belongings scattered throughout the Lakeview area.
You know, these events are tragic, and when you see it on the news, then tornadoes coming in, when you see it firsthand, it's a totally different experience. I mean, it brings tears to my eyes to see these people. I mean, there's their homes.
The company is currently working on 8 properties. He plans to have around 80 more crews come from Florida to help concentrate on the area. They were out repairing roofs, sealing walls, clearing paths, and more.
So we brought a bunch of materials up here to get roofs built back in and tarped in and dried in. So right now we're just mitigating losses and working with people and working through the insurance processes and to not have any more damages on these properties as the rains come in.
And in the midst of rebuilding, Mount says his message for residents is simple. Hope is on the horizon.
Oh, there's a lot of hope. I mean, we're going to be here throughout the entire process. It's a tragic loss, but at the end of the day, it's a blessing to be able to keep giving back.
RAM Restoration says they will continue to work here in Russell's Point, helping residents get back on their feet for as long as they need. Then they will move to other counties to assist there. Reporting in Russell Point, Grace Hewitt, 2 News.
There in Logan County, Indian Lake High School has become a center for volunteers as well as donations.
2 News reporter Sartaj Singh was there talking with local officials about what is needed and how recovery efforts are unfolding.
Here at Indian Lake High School, volunteers have been flooding in, just making any type of donations that they can, from clothing to food to water, all in an effort to make sure that Logan County recovers from the devastating tornado.
I will tell you right now that we have 3 known fatalities.
Tragedy striking Logan County, as many are without a roof over their head or even basic necessities. 3 people have died linked to the tornado. According to the Logan County Sheriff, everyone is accounted for in affected areas, but the work is just starting.
This is going to take quite a while for things to recover and to help the people in need.
This time we would like to have a moment of silence for our Laker community, students, staff, family, and first responders that have been affected by this tragedy.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine also coming down and examining the devastation, offering help to those who have had their lives turned over.
I think prepared me in regard to what we've been hearing and the pictures for actually driving around and seeing the damage. There's a tremendous amount of damage here. I think the loss of life in all likelihood was smaller than it would have been if this had occurred on a weekend in July or June, when more and more people are here.
As you can see behind me, there are many volunteers just coming here to Indian Lake High School, just donating any supplies that they can: water, clothes, food, anything that they can to make sure that this community recovers fast after this devastating tornado. In Logan County, Sartaj Singh, 2 News.
The city of Centerville stepped up to help those impacted by the storms in Logan County today. During Centerville's scheduled Eclipse Glasses giveaway, they began to collect donated essential supplies through donations. They collected clothing items, water bottles, canned and non-perishable foods, and more. The city's mayor says the turnaround to collect was quick, but it was worth it.
It was a suggestion of the staff at the city of Centerville, working with Hope for Centerville, while we were distributing the Eclipse glasses, that people would be willing to donate, and we found that to be true. They're bringing a lot of supplies here that will be distributed to those in need.
Hope for Centerville will coordinate getting those items donated today to the individuals in counties impacted by last night's storms. And we are keeping track of all the areas that are offering shelter and assistance from the storms. If you or someone you know is seeking assistance or needs shelter, just go to WDTN.com. There you will find the story which lists all those locations. Turning to weather now, 24 hours after those storms, a greatly different environment outside.
Yeah, it's definitely cooler out there today, but at least the first half of the weekend looks pretty nice as we go to Storm Team 2. Meteorologist Steve Norris. Here's your forecast first. Steve?
Yeah, it looks fantastic tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, St. Patrick's Day. Not quite as nice, but still not all that bad. We have clearing skies out there. In fact, mostly clear now across the Miami Valley, and we have high pressure to thank for that. That will bring us the clear skies overnight and the sunshine for Saturday. But we're watching a cold front behind that area of high pressure that may bring a shower or two Saturday evening, and then chillier temperatures on St. Patrick's Day. We're in the 40s right now for the most part. I see one area, Springfield, in the upper 30s. We'll drop down into the 30s overnight, maybe some patchy frost in the morning. I'll have the weekend forecast in detail, all the details, coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Steve. And you can have weather updates right there in the palm of your hand with the Storm Team 2 app. To get that, all you need to do is scan the QR code, which is on your screen. That will then take you to our website. Once you're there, you'll find links where you can download the app for free.
Well, we now know the names of the 2 teens shot and killed last night in Dayton. This happened on Miami Chapel Road just before 7:30 p.m. When police got there, they found 14-year-old Corey Prater with a gunshot wound. They rushed him to a local hospital where he later died. 17-year-old Javonta Morgan was taken in a private vehicle to the hospital where he also died. Dayton Police Department's homicide unit is investigating.
New tonight, health officials have just confirmed a second case of measles in Montgomery County. They say if you were at Heritage Bank Center in Cincinnati on March 8th for the 7 p.m. performance of Disney on Ice, or at the Sugar Creek Health Center on March 13th on Wilmington Pike between the hours of noon and 4 p.m., there is a chance that you were exposed to measles. They say if you were at one of those locations, you should notify the local health department right away.
We have nothing. We have absolutely nothing. We need everything at this point.
A Mercer County family loses everything after last night's tornado. We hear their story of survival and see what is in store for them as they figure out their next steps.
And banding together in a time of need, we see the unconditional support from an Auglaize County community after one woman's home was damaged by the storm. Of the 4 confirmed tornadoes in last night's outbreak, 2 were in Mercer County, including an EF1 that touched down in the far western portion of the county.
In Salina, a mobile home park was heavily damaged. 2 News anchor Kelly King continues our coverage after talking with a family whose home is gone.
The family is now beginning the difficult and extensive task of cleaning everything up as they figure out what's next. Now they're holding on to each other a little bit tighter after they lost everything in the storms except for each other.
When I first got the call, immediately heart dropped. Very scary situation for all of us.
We didn't know what to expect.
The scene beyond what the wine millers could ever imagine. Nature's fury turning more than their home upside down, leaving them with only a pile of debris and the clothes on their backs.
We have nothing. We have absolutely nothing. We need everything at this point.
Megan and her husband Randy weren't home at the time the severe weather moved through the Grand Manor Mobile Home Park, but their adult sons and Megan's mother were.
My two sons, they got beat up pretty bad, and my wife's mom, she took the worst of it. She's 88.
She has a broken pelvis right now. She's obviously all bruised, banged up. They found her under a couch. I think a table or something on top of her as well.
I don't know how that lady survived. I really don't. She had a couch on her, a table.
Mike Dillinger, who lives a couple doors down, coming to the rescue, pulling the 88-year-old from the rubble.
Came over, running over here to see if anybody was in it, make sure nobody was in it. You know, and I found that lady here. I had to move the couch. I moved the couch and the table off of her and pulled her out of there.
Lucky to be alive. Very lucky to be alive.
With nothing salvageable, now they're holding on to what they do have, realizing what really matters.
I'm extremely thankful. God definitely had his hand on them. I mean, there's absolutely no doubt about that.
I give glory to God, and he'll get us through it. That's all I can do right at this point, is to just have faith, and we'll make it through it fine.
The family will be staying at the Westlake Villas. The condo is putting them up for free for the time being while they figure out exactly where to go from here. Reporting in Salina, Kelly King, 2 News.
Residents in one Auglaize County community are banding together after one of the tornadoes last night tore through several neighborhoods, leaving some people without a home. Cleanup efforts began early this morning, and residents have been stepping up to help neighbors. One resident says her home was heavily damaged, but her community's unconditional support has helped her through the devastation.
My phenomenal friends that we have, they've came out all day, all night, last night with us. We've had family come out. We've had my husband's co-workers come out. We've had just a huge amount of our village come out from our town, the dance center, everybody.
And she says that she's planning on moving back into the home with her family once the repairs are completed.
Well, thousands of people were under tornado warnings last night.
That includes Darke County, where an EF2 tornado touched down. The National Weather Service says that tornado most likely originated in Indiana and then traveled clear across Darke County into Miami County, leaving widespread damage. Today, residents walked through the area to see the damage left behind, and they say they're just happy to be alive.
Part of the roof's gone, a lot of water damage inside, and then of course the barn behind me, there's nothing left of it pretty much. So, the good thing is everybody's okay. You can replace things, but as long as everybody's okay, that's what matters.
Darke County officials are advising the public to steer clear of the impacted areas as the crews assess the damage.
Now the Miami Valley's certified most accurate forecast with Storm Team 2.
And just seeing a little information from the National Weather Service late this evening, they have pretty much wrapped up what they think will be the number of tornadoes that occurred yesterday. But they're still going to fine tune, like they'll see how wide the tornadoes were, how long they were on the ground, that sort of thing. We don't know that just yet, but take a look. We'll kind of summarize everything, as John and Brooke have been doing a great job of all evening long. 2 EF1 twisters, one in western Mercer and another one going from Mercer into Auglaize, and then an EF2 tornado. This is the latest one that was confirmed just this evening from Darke County into Miami County, and then that monster EF3 tornado in Logan County. It killed 3 people, as you know. The worst damage in the Lakeview area. That's on the southwest shore of Indian Lake there in Logan County. And there's a potential that they may consolidate a couple of those tornadoes into one long-track tornado. So that's, again, a little bit of information that we just don't know yet. But some great information for the weekend. How about this? Tomorrow, Saturday, breezy, mild, 62 degrees. A great day tomorrow. On St. Patrick's Day, not as nice. It's going to be chilly. We'll top out at 47, but a mix of sun and clouds. So not all that bad, even on St. Patty's Day. Live Doppler 2H3D, we're dry here. The clouds have finally moved out, and we are looking at that area of high pressure that will build in later on tonight and during the day tomorrow, and that's going to bring us lots of sunshine throughout your Saturday, but not far behind. I mean close behind. This area of low pressure, the trailing cold front, will start to move in tomorrow evening, Saturday evening, and on the backside, the chilly air will start to stream in to the Miami Valley as we head through the day on Sunday, and that's why we'll only top out in the upper 40s for St. Patrick's Day. Right now, we are clear, and the airport checking in with a temperature of 49 degrees. That's not all that bad. A northwest breeze at 8 miles per hour, and I've seen a couple of spots that have even dipped into the upper 30s, some of the outlying areas. Future track showing the clear skies tonight, and you just don't see much at all during most of the day tomorrow. Until we get into the evening hours, we'll start to see some clouds, and there you see maybe a stray or spotty shower as we head through tomorrow evening. There's 10 o'clock for your Saturday evening, but not widespread coverage, only about a 20 to 30% chance of seeing any rainfall, and then once again, a decent amount of sunshine there for your Sunday. Tonight we'll drop down to 34 under mostly clear skies, so maybe a little patchy frost early tomorrow morning. Otherwise, 62 tomorrow during the day, a breezy day, keep that in mind. And then you see St. Patty's Day, we talked about that, only 47 degrees. Monday, 38, and probably a few snow showers on Monday, but then we'll warm up into the upper 40s on Tuesday, then the 50s starting Wednesday.
All right, thank you, Steve. Quick history lesson. Where were you in 1978? That was the last time the Springboro girls were in the state semifinals. Well, they're back there tonight trying to punch their ticket to the state championship game. Jack will have your highlights from UD Arena, including a record-setting performance. Straight ahead in 2 Sports.
For the first time since 1978, the Springboro girls basketball team was back in the state semifinals. The Panthers looking to take that next step toward the program's first ever state championship. To UD Arena, where the Panthers battled Pickerington Central. Bryn Martin didn't win Ohio's Miss Basketball, but she played like she should have, and maybe she should. First quarter, here comes number 12, Bryn Martin. Watch the junior go off the dribble, scoop and score, plus the foul. And the Borough Blue was shining bright tonight at UD Arena. Bryn Martin again finds an open spot behind the arc, splashes in 3 more. 18-13, Borough in front. Later, it's Ava Wade working her underneath. She'll get the basket just before the buzzer sounds, so the Panthers carry a 27-19 lead into halftime. On to the third quarter, and there's just no slowing down Bryn Martin. How about another three-pointer? That made it 38-29. Then in the fourth quarter, Borough gets another clutch triple, this time from Chloe Downing to expand the Panthers' lead to 4. Tonight, the Springboro Panthers are partying like it's 1978. Springboro girls are headed back to the state championship game for the first time in 45 years. Final score, 63-54. Bryn Martin led the way with an unbelievable 38 points, a new Division I state tournament record. The Panthers advance to tomorrow night's Division I state title game, where they will face Olmsted Falls for an 8:30 tip at UD Arena.
It's been a joy to watch them play and to get to this point, and we're not satisfied. We're still very hungry, and we're going to do everything we can to close this out.
It wasn't just me playing out there. It's all 5 of us, and it was a team effort, and I'm very proud of every single one of them. And, 38 points is 38 points to me. It doesn't really matter. Whatever matters to me is just winning.
Earlier tonight at Trent Arena, Russia and Troy Christian squared off in the D1, or the Division IV boys regional final. Raiders off to a hot start early. Vince Borchers takes it all the way for the basket. Ruschi kept pouring it on. Borchers kicking it out to Benjamin York. He'll bury it. Raiders up 22-6. Eagles trying to get some offense going. Parker Penrod delivers the triple try. Moments later, Eagles attacking again, but in comes Felix Francis for the big-time rejection. Get it out of here. Ruschi headed back to the state semifinals. The Raiders roll Troy Christian 56-35. Ohio State has gone 6-1 since Jake Diebler took over as interim head coach. Tonight, the Buckeyes, sitting as a bubble team for the NCAA tourney, we're looking to stay hot in the quarterfinals of the Big Ten tournament. 10th seed OSU tipping off against number 2 seed Illinois. First half, Bucks down 5 when Scotty Middleton comes up with the steal. He'll get it to Roddy Gale Jr., who's all alone for the two-fisted jam. Diebler's Buckeyes, though, trail by 2 at the break. Second half, Devin Royal in the paint. The freshman with the turnaround J from the elbow is good. Ohio State by 4. Now it's Roddy Gale with a beautiful pass to Jamison Battle to the rim and in. Buckeyes had a 10-point second half lead. Illinois battled back the tide at 71 when Battle hits a three-pointer. Buckeyes up 74-71 with under 2 to go. But Illinois would grab the lead and hit their free throws down the stretch as the Buckeyes fall in the Big Ten quarterfinal. Illinois moving on to the semis with a 77-74 win over Ohio State. The Buckeyes played great those final 8 games of the season. They finished 20-13. Will it be good enough for an at-large bid? We will find out on Selection Sunday. It was a sudden and stunning exit for the 24th-ranked third-seeded Flyers in the Atlantic 10 tournament. Last night in Brooklyn, Dayton fell behind early to 6th-seeded Duquesne, then battled back to take a 4-point lead with about 7 minutes to go in regulation. The Dukes then outscored the Flyers 17-5 the rest of the way. Most believe that UD will get an at-large bid in the NCAA tournament, but Selection Sunday is no doubt going to be a bit anxious for the Flyers.
I mean, there's no guarantees for anything. Right? So, we hope that we get an opportunity to continue the season. We expect to, based on the body of work that we've had all year. We played 31 games. We've been victorious 24 times. We've played a pretty challenging schedule. So we hope to be able to play. Right now, the feeling is disappointment, and not having an opportunity for this team to win a championship, in our conference.
Coach Grant talked about the team's resume. UD finished 24-7, undefeated at home, with ironically their biggest win coming against Duquesne at home during the regular season. Dayton also posted victories over Oakland, VCU, UMass, and Cincinnati. Despite the quick exit from the A-10 tournament, experts still believe the Flyers are going to be an 8 to 10 seed somewhere in there on Selection Sunday. Brooke?
All right, thank you, Jack. We're coming right back, and Steve is going to have one last check of the forecast.
Well, we'll take it after last night. A decent weekend on the way. We'll see the good deal of sunshine for Saturday and Sunday.
All right, feels like we've earned it. Thank you so much for being with us this week. The Tonight Show is up next.
And 2 News Today starts at 6 tomorrow morning. Have a great night and have a great weekend.